Well, WWE Crown Jewel is next weekend. This weekend? I think it's this weekend. Why don't I know when it is? Because I don't really care. I don't care about this show, man. I really don't. I mean, there's two matches I'm interested in, and one of the participants I really don't give a shit about. So in reality, there's only one match I care about on this entire show, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches announced. So I might skip it. I don't know. We'll see, but we're going to talk about Crown Jewel. We're going to give some predictions on WWE Crown Jewel. But first, we've got to talk about some news. Only one topic. Samantha Irvine. She decided to respond to some random person whose name I'm not allowed to say. She decided to respond to some random person on Instagram and revealed why she left WWE. Now, her reasoning for leaving WWE is that she didn't like being an announcer. Even though she was probably the best announcer we've had for a long time, she did not like being an announcer. All those things she did, the crying, the everything that she did. She didn't like doing it. Why was she doing it? Well, she decided to use announcing as a gateway to becoming a manager or a general manager. Yeah. Now, I'm going to be honest. She could have worked as a manager for Ricochet if Ricochet was a heel. Okay? Now, they can still try that in AEW, but again, Ricochet's not a heel, so it ain't going to fucking work. And it's AEW, so yeah, I mean, they don't book anything right. General manager, however, no. Not a chance, okay? I don't think she would have worked as a general manager whatsoever. That's ridiculous, okay? But what she was best at was announcing. She really should have just stuck to that and become one of the best ring announcers of an era, right? And be the voice of an era. She's decided not to do that anymore because she wants to be a manager or a general manager. So this does tell me that there's a chance of her going to AEW, and she's probably going to manage babyface Ricochet, which isn't going to work. It's not going to work at all. It wouldn't have worked in WWE. That's not an AEW thing. Ricochet is a babyface with his fiancé manager. That'd be like a babyface Miz coming out with Maurice. Just doesn't work, does it? Just doesn't work. Seth Rollins, when he aired his relationship with Becky Lynch in 2019, turned people against him. Sammy Guevara aired his relationship, turned people against him. People don't want to see the babyface in that position. That's for the heel. So if Ricochet's going to turn heel, and if his heel turn makes sense, because that's AEW doesn't do that, they just turn people randomly. 1 week they're a face, next week they're a heel. So, I don't know, man, we'll see. Maybe she'll go to AEW and be Ricochet's manager. Maybe Tony will let her be a general manager for Collision, or not Rampage. Rampage is getting cancelled soon. Who knows? But does anyone really care at this point now is the question. The answer's no. She's gone. We've got Lillian. We'll move on, I guess. It's a sad situation, but who cares? I won't be commenting on the Ric Flair stepson situation. That isn't something that I believe should be covered in a wrestling news predictions video. But my condolences to the family are there 100%. I know people like to shit on Rick for various reasons that he does deserve, but you should leave him alone for a while, man. Leave Ric Flair alone for a while, okay? I mean, he's going to be going through some shit. So that's a brief coverage on that as well. Now, let's get into WWE Crown Jewel predictions. And again, I'm not very enthusiastic about this show, man. When Triple H started his era, the Saudi shows were actually starting to become an integral part of the calendar year. Now it's not really feeling like that anymore. It's not. They did well with King of the Ring, but with this, who cares about this? Who cares? Who cares? But we'll start with the women's four-way tag. Okay, so we've got Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair defending their women's tag team championships against, and I don't have any teams written down, by the way, and I did this on purpose. I didn't write them down. I'm going by memory. Io Sky and Kairi Sane versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Right. I got all that right. I wasn't expecting to do that. So, what have Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson done to be on this show? They've literally... They was on NXT just a few weeks ago. Okay? Just on NXT a few weeks ago. And now they're suddenly pushed up to SmackDown. And now they're suddenly feuding with the women's tag team champions and on a big money, big pay-per-view. Premium live event. What have they done to be on this fucking show? Is the question I have for you. Personally, I don't believe these two have done anything to be on this show. There is only one reason that these two women are on this show. Only one reason. And I know what you're thinking. Crossman, don't do it. Don't go there. But I've got no choice but to speak my mind. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, is that her name? Jakara Jackson are in this match so Triple H doesn't get called a racist. Triple H is sick of being called a racist by the IWC or the Soy Boy fan base. So he said, fuck you, Soy Boy fan base. Here's a tag team match featuring 4 black women. That's why Triple H has made this match. That's why Triple H has put these two specifically in this match. Okay? I don't care what you think. That's the reason. I know that's the reason. I don't have an issue with it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But I'm going to skip the match. Okay? I'm going to go for a 15-minute toilet break while this match is on. Okay? I don't care. So, prediction for who's going to win. Bianca and Jade are going to win. If Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson win this match, I might have a problem there because they don't deserve to win this match. I might have a problem there, but I don't have a problem now, okay? I'm not being racist. Don't cry. Don't go, you can't say the word black. You're white. I'll do what I want. I'm just calling out what I see. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It is a bad thing in other places, you know, where they pander and push and, white supremacy, it's evil. They're all evil. All white people are evil. But I'm not doing that. It's just Triple H saying, hey, fuck you, here's 4 black women on a premium live event in Saudi Arabia. That's it. So, fuck that match. Next. LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade for the United States Championship. And once again, man, I really ain't interested in this match. I just ain't. I don't know who's going to win when I look at these 3. But this is a predictions video, so I've got to predict. They've had a best of 7 series between Melo and Andrade, which was ruined on SmackDown with LA Knight being a special guest referee. This has now been led to a triple threat match. Personally, I think Carmelo Hayes should win this match. I think Carmelo Hayes should win the United States Championship because I think he's a good heel. I think he's where he belongs in the mid-card because, again, he's a short guy. He's too small for the main event to be with Randy Orton, right? And I'm a small guy as well, so don't say I'm fucking whatever. I'm 5'8". I'm probably about the same size as Melo, right? I wouldn't book myself in main event. So why would I want Carmelo Hayes in there? Carmelo Hayes, he's where he belongs in the mid-card. Give him the United States Championship. He's put a lot of work in. He's got a good character. He's showing some good character work. Give him a run with the championship. See how he goes. If it flops, we'll figure it out. But I think Melo should win. LA Knight should move away from the mid-card and move on to something else. Something a bit better than what he's doing now. He won the US Championship. Cool. Now, what's next for LA Knight? This doesn't feel like something he should be in. He should be up in the card with main eventers, not with these two mid-carders in Melo and Andrade, okay? And before you say Andrade in NXT was main event, he had a manager to make him main event. He had a manager he needed. He doesn't have one right now. So, yeah, have you heard him speak? It's not good. And it's not, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Next, we've got Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. And this is the match. I said there's only one match I have any interest in on this entire show. It's Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Kevin Owens needs to win this match. Kevin Owens needs to go on to Survivor Series to face Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens needs to beat Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at Survivor Series and then lose it back to Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night's main event or the Royal Rumble. Okay? So we give Kevin Owens at least one WWE Championship before he retires. No, he's not going to AEW. Kevin Owens has a lot of issues, a lot of body problems. I mean, he's got issues that he's mentioned many times. He doesn't feel himself. He doesn't feel his age. He feels like he's coming towards the end of his run. He said that in many interviews, which a lot of people have missed out on. Everyone's been saying during this Kevin Owens story with his contract running out, oh, he could go to AEW. Oh, Kevin Owens, get to AEW. Kevin Steen. No. He said many times he's very close to the end, which is very sad. He said many times he's very close to the end. He ain't going to fucking AEW. He's going to stay with WWE. He's going to become a fucking producer or whatever. And that's going to be it for him. So, yeah, Kevin Owens needs to win. I said what I said. Next. Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. This is the second match that I said I had an interest in, but I don't care about one of the participants. That being Seth Rollins, I do not care about anything he's in. I have no interest in anything Seth Rollins does. That's probably because he doesn't take himself seriously. Every PLE comes out dressed as a cross-dresser. You know when you've got friends that have heard of wrestling, but they don't like wrestling, and they say to you, oh, it's men in tights fake fighting, that's gay. That's gay. Well, why would you watch wrestling? That's gay, right? And you say to him, well, no, it's a lot more than what you're trying to make out to me. And then you get them to sit down and watch wrestling. And then Seth Rollins comes out dressed as fucking Elton John in a dress. And your entire argument's just been destroyed. You're fucked. Fuck Seth Rollins. Bronson Reed needs to win. Fuck Seth Rollins. Next, we've got Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. I don't care. I don't care about Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. If this is the match that they're going with, I mean, you see the size difference, man. Not everyone can be Rey Mysterio. Nia Jax should win. Nia Jax should become the women's Crown Jewel champion. And that's that. I mean, who cares? Who cares? Not me. Finally, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the men's Crown Jewel championship. Again, I care about the match in itself. I care about the participants having a match. This is the wrong place, wrong time, wrong build. It's all off. This match should not be taking place now. This should be taking place at a bigger event on a grander stage for a more important championship, okay? Not the fucking Crown Jewel Championship. Who cares about the Crown Jewel Championship? We're not going to see it again for another year, and it might be scrapped by then anyway. Who cares? Who cares? The only thing I care about with this match is that we could see a potential surprise with two people, potentially. And it all revolves around Gunther. Now, as we saw at Bad Blood, Gunther had a face-off with Goldberg. Could we see Goldberg return either during the match or after the match to cost or confront Gunther and spear him and jackhammer and whatever, and that sets up a match between Goldberg and Gunther at Survivor Series? Possible. The second person is someone that's been in the news recently, returning. WrestleVote said he's returning. Fightful Select said he's not. But I'm going to believe WrestleVote's over Fightful. Brock Lesnar. Could we see the return of Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel? It's possible. It's something that I said during the video where I said that Brock Lesnar might be coming back. Could we see Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel? Possibly. But there's more chance of it being Goldberg, in my opinion. I think we see Goldberg come out and cost Gunther the Crown Jewel Championship. Cody Rhodes wins. That's what I think's going to happen. Okay? It's not what I want to happen. I'd rather Gunther win and then Goldberg come out to confront him after the match. But I think Goldberg is going to cost Gunther the championship that nobody cares about. That's my opinion on that, but I don't know, man. This show's looking up to be absolute, utter dog shit. I mean, it's going to have some good matches, sure, but what's good matches without meaning, without reason? It's like AEW. They have good matches, so they're called. I don't class them as good matches because I don't deem flippy gymnastics, where you can clearly see they're cooperating, it looks like a dance routine, to be wrestling, okay? So I don't class that as wrestling, because it's not. You need to look like you're actually trying to beat your opponent, whereas Ricochet versus Will Ospreay, they're just doing a fucking gymnastics dance routine. They pose and, oh, look how cool we are, while they get what they want it to be a standing ovation, and it's like a, yeah, cool. Because we've seen it 1,000 times already. Nobody cares. But let me know what you think in the comments below, man. Samantha Irvine, do you think that her reasoning for leaving was justified? Do you think that she could be a good manager or general manager? I don't know, man. Manager is a heel for Ricochet, possibly. Other than that, And let me know what you think about this show, man, because, again, I really don't have that much fucking interest. I'm just waiting for Survivor Series, because that's where we get the real shit. The real shit comes at Survivor Series. This show, in my opinion, is a waste of time. Like, subscribe, follow, man, exit the Crossman25. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.